Hey everybody, Stitch1993 here, back again with another December toy review. Today we are looking at the Smurfs Micro Village by Jakks Pacific. Now you will see here, this isn't an unboxing, as I have previously already collected many of these playsets and have unboxed them, and then the only box I've kept is the Gargamel Castle and Windmill playset, which we will be looking at, and was a Toys R Us exclusive, God rest their soul. But I kind of did want to just do an overview of the toy playset in general. This came out in 2013, if my recollection is correct, and was to coincide with the live-action Smurfs 2 movie. Although the movie is just horrible, this was a nice toy that came out to it, and they continued it after the movie bombed. So this is, as I said, the Toys R Us exclusive Gargamel playset box that I keep everything in, and it's really just a good box to hold. I think I have maybe a total of 6 playsets in here. I won't go over every one, I'll go over a couple of them. And as you can see here, each of the little sets is in this box puzzle form, so you really can make your own little village any way you like. And there's houses, rivers, beaches, paths, you name it. On the back of the box here, it shows what came in the Gargamel set. It came with his house, a path, a Smurf house, a windmill, Gargamel, Azrael, and one little Smurf. I don't know what Smurf it is. On the bottom, you can see there are different playsets you can get, including Papa Smurf, Poet Smurf, Hefty Smurf, and Circus Smurf. And there was also, as you can see here, it says Series 2, so I think this went on for 2 full series, and each one had different sets. This was the largest set here, and I don't know how much these run. Everything is made out of plastic, except for there are some little stands that look like this, and I'll show you some here in a bit. They're made out of cardboard. I'm not really sure why they put those stands in. I'm sure it's to give some nice little background stuff, but especially the piece I'll show you, and as you can tell here, this ladder piece, it kind of seems a little bit cheap, which is sad because everything else is done so well. The sculpting and the paint job is just phenomenal for this entire series here. And so it's kind of sad that they went really well on some things and then cheaped out on some other things. So without further ado, we're going to look at some of the playsets here. Now, I've put just a random hodgepodge of some of the random sets together. I don't know what sets came from what, but I will go over some of these sets as well as the figures. And we're actually going to look at the figures first. So this is a Smurf here. There's a couple of Smurfs, and they are very small. They stand at, I think, just almost 3/4 of an inch. Actually, just a little over 3/4 of an inch. And Gargamel stands at almost 2 inches tall. He is the tallest figurine out here. And these figurines do not have almost any movement in here. For some of them, you can kind of twist their waist, and they do have a little hole in the bottom to connect to some of the little attachments. But other than that, same with Gargamel. He can just move his 1 foot. Just the 1 foot here. That is all the movement. Not even his neck can move. It did also come with Azrael, and Azrael can move his head side to side, and that is it. So going back to the Smurf figures here, usually it was about 1 to 2 Smurfs per playset here. So you've got quite a few. I do believe I also have Papa Smurf, but he's probably in the box there. So Very small. I would not recommend this for small children, of course, because of all the potential choking hazards. Even though I think the box says 4 and up, I probably would not let anybody less than 5-year-old play with this. So going on to the playset itself, we have here's mostly of what is on Gargamel's playset. Of course, you have his house, and the doors do open up, and I'll show you in the back in a little bit. There is a platform for them to stand on. You do also have this windmill with working gear in the back to make it move. This door also pops open, and there is a platform on both levels. This is the piece of cardboard, just one of the many random objects made of thin, cheap cardboard. I mean, the painting is detailed, but especially for something like this where it was a cauldron, I can see this would probably have been a really cool just accessory to actually have. So you can put the instead of pretending to put the Smurfs in, you can actually place them in there. Like this cage here, we got a full 3D cage so we can trap them, but you know, that's just my thoughts on it. Moving on, of course, we have tiles that are land and tiles that are water, and also tiles that have a beach theme to them. For one of the sets here, and I do think I have the Smurf that went with it, it's a little pirate raft here, and as you can see, there's this little peg on the raft, a little peg right here on the bottom of all the Smurfs, and you can just place it on there. It does swivel, the sail does swivel, and just pretend that it's floating down the river. We have this little collapsible bridge, which I guess you could pretend it was like a trap. You can't really, because the pieces interlock right here and right here, you can't make it collapse in the middle. You have to have one piece higher than the other, pushed down like that. This is one of the little Smurfs house right here, and each one includes a little rug and a little door. It's just one level though. Moving on to some of the sand items, we have sand tent, sand umbrella, and a Coast Guard seat. So you can sit one of the Smurfs here. They don't sit all that well. Let's see if this one fits here. This one seems to be a little bit smaller. There you go. And then finally, we do have some of the tiles were little fun trap tiles here. So this one, you could put a little Smurf right there, and then this little flower can be pressed down and popped out like that. So I'm going to turn this around here to show what the back looked like for Gargamel's house as well as the Smurf house. So Gargamel's house is 2 levels. As I said, the door opens, and you do have these little unmovable green and purple jars here. And then going on to the Smurf house and the tent. So Smurf house, as I said, is 1 level with movable door, and it has a nice little placemat here. And then this is also the back side of the windmill. As you see, it has a working gear. It works very well. And then it has 2 levels with 1 door. I haven't checked how much these sets go for online. I know back when they were first available, some of them were more rare than others. So they were about $10 to $20 a set, but I know some like Circus Smurf, those were made during the later end of the lifetime of the toy series. Those started popping up on places like Amazon or eBay for sometimes $30 or $40. If you can go on, go online and find them, probably eBay would still be your best bet. And these are really nice collector's items, so I would not be surprised if they're now somewhere maybe in the 50 to 60, especially for like a complete set, $50 to $60. Jakks Pacific would go on to use this same miniature village style building set again for both Mario and Legend of Zelda. They did, and I do believe that if you have either one of those sets, they are interchangeable with the pieces for Smurfs Village. Overall, I love this set. I just really like miniature items such as this, and these, when I found them at Toys R Us, they were basically on clearance. I got most of them for maybe $5-10. I think the most expensive one was Gargamel's playset, and his, I do believe, even on clearance, was about $15, maybe $20. So let me know in the comment section if you collect this series, what was your favorite playset, and what were your thoughts on the movies. I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen the live action ones, unfortunately. And yeah, so moving on from that, next week we'll be doing another random toy. For this whole month, it'll be just random toys. And going into January, we're going to go look at boards and puzzles. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, and have a good day. Thank you and goodbye.